This is a video that's going to show you how to upload a paperback book to Amazon at kdp.amazon.com. And I'm going to be specifically talking about the changes between doing it this way and doing it on CreateSpace. Now, you can use this process to upload a fiction book, a non-fiction book, or a low-content book such as a notebook. So what we do at KDP is go onto the bookshelf and we click this plus here as we're making a paperback. Now, of course, we choose the language English. Now, already we are confronted with the book title and subtitle, and this brings us on to one of the big differences between KDP and CreateSpace. Although you are allowed 200 characters, which is quite a lot, Amazon clearly doesn't want long titles. Here they say customers are more likely to skim past long titles. It's clear that Amazon really wants our titles to have around 60 characters. So I'm actually using Word here. If you put your title into Word and go Tools, Word Count, you then get the character count there. So I'm going to create a book that kids can write lyrics for songs they want to write. I've been doing a lot of uploading at KDP, and you can get away with a lot of keywords here. Again, they don't want you to put keywords in the title, but for notebooks, you really have to, in a way. I mean, you have to say it's a notebook and that it's a blank-lined journal or something like that. Here I'm saying it's for kids, which again, could be construed as a keyword, but I have got away with doing that. But the other thing to say is you can't mention the trim size or the size of the book in the title in the same way you could do at CreateSpace. So we're gonna skip the series and the edition number. We're just having one title here with no series. And here we go to author. Now, author was an opportunity to put some keywords in there. I think now it's one that you should really just pass on, and you would either give it a pseudonym, a pen name, a name of a publisher if you want to build a brand, or a completely made up publishing name that's just random, that won't get you into any trouble. And that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, Jeffrey Church Publishing, that's not going to get me into any trouble. We've got no extra contributors, so we go straight onto the description. Now, if you want the HTML for a description, what I usually do is Google Kindlepreneur book description HTML generator or something like that. And you've got a really useful tool here that will allow you to put your description in and then give it bolds, italics, and bullet points. And here is my text document where I usually put all of my description, titles, and keywords. So the HTML for the description I'd already got, and what I do is I just copy and paste the title into the already existing HTML so I don't have to write it out each time. There isn't a lot in here. It's mainly just to persuade the customer, give them anything I can think of about the book to give them a reason for buying it. Another thing I do is, because we can't put the trim size in the title, I usually put it quite prominently at the beginning of the description. So we'll put that into the description. Publishing rights, we usually always choose the fact that we own and hold the necessary publishing rights. And now we get onto the keywords. So we've got a marvelous opportunity to add in words here that people would use to search for our book. There's 7 fields and they can contain 50 characters each. Do not choose any of the words that you've already used in the title, because that would be a waste. And don't use commas or full stops, because that would also be a waste. And don't repeat words in their plural form like gift and gifts, because that would be a waste of the second word. So here's an example of my first string of keywords. What I'm doing is I'm not thinking about the string of keywords in that one keyword follows each other. So word artist group, nobody's going to type in word artist group, but they may well type in notebook for my artist's son who wants to write words to music or something like that. So anything you can think of that is relevant to the book's title or to who the book is for or what the book may be bought for. So there are my keywords done. Now we'll go into choose categories. And I know it's very important, but I don't tend to spend a lot of time here. What I do is go straight to my Bizac category XLS, and you can find this by Googling Bizac category Amazon XLS or something like that. And then I'd either search for one of the keywords that describes the book closely. So I've got music, not autobiography, find next. Again, biography, no, that's the wrong one. This is juvenile non-fiction. There's a music category in of its own. So I want to look, music songwriting. Okay, I probably could have found that anyway. So this will be under non-fiction here, and then you'd go music. And you had to go into a subcategory there. And there is the songwriting category that I was looking for. Oh, I might put it in children's genre there of music. There's our two categories. Remember, if you want to put it into another category that you can find on Amazon, but you can't find in that category tree that they give you there, all you have to do is to go down here to contact us and let them know what category you want to put your book in. Does it contain adult content? No, it doesn't. Save and continue. So what we do is we assign a free KDP ISBN, and you will be doing that 99% of the time, I should imagine. I will leave the publication date blank. So the print options, the default choice is different to how it was on CreateSpace. So you have to choose the white paper, whereas last time it was white paper as default. And the 6x9 is the default trim size. So we've got to go in and choose the letter size. Now, the no bleed is what you should choose if there is no ink or type or imagery or illustration or lines, if you're doing a notebook, going to the edge of the page. Here's the PDF of the interior, but as you notice, the lines don't go to the edge of the page. If you go into properties, you'll see that this is exactly the same size as the trim, 8.5 by 11 inches, the letter size. Now, if the lines went to the edge, then I'd have to make the PDF a little bit larger to include the bleed, and I would choose the bleed option here. In order to make everything simple with notebooks or anything else, I would not put any ink or type or illustration or whatever going to the edge of the page. Keep it within the margins, and I'm keeping it within a 0.5 of an inch margin, and then everything is simple. You don't choose bleed, and you use the same trim size for your interior as the trim size for your product. Okay, paperback cover finished, that's up to you. I'm going for glossy. Right, now here is where we upload the PDF that I just showed you, the PDF of the interior with all the pages. And you have to wait a little bit for that to upload, but not very long, hopefully. And then you've got a choice for the book cover. I'm going to talk about the cover creator in another video. I'm going to upload a print-ready PDF for my cover. And here it is. It's got an illustration on the front, no type on the front whatsoever, no text. So my title is there on the spine, and it's over 100 pages, so I can do this. And that is exactly the same as the title I put in at the beginning of this video. It's very important. Your title in KDP needs to be either on the cover or on the spine, or on both. So I'm uploading that PDF now, and that won't take too long either. And we don't have a barcode on it, so we don't check this box, don't bother about that, and they will put a barcode on the back cover, so no need to worry about that. Now, we've uploaded everything. What we've got to do now is launch the previewer. We have to do this in order to get to the next step, and this is the moment where everyone complains because it takes a long time. Here it is. It really doesn't take that long if you go away and do something. If you sit here and watch it, yeah, a couple of minutes seems like a long time, but it really isn't. So now the previewer is open. I'd leave it up to you whether you want to check everything, if you want to check all the pages are centered. But if you're doing notebooks like me, you're pretty confident you've got it right. So you just hit approve here at the bottom. And then you go back to the same page of the paperback content. You have to scroll all the way down in order to continue. And now you're on the last leg of the process. Not long now. You've just got to decide on your price and how much money you want every time somebody buys one of these books. So all territories I go for, and I check expanded distribution. Now you might sell a few more if you do that. It's not much, but the point is I got this from Catherine Shelton. Really put the price up because this is a larger book. Put it for sale everywhere, you know, in Europe and Japan. You'll get some sales. Even in Japan you'll get sales. You'll definitely get sales in the UK and Europe. And what I tend to do is I put these prices up to with a 99 or something like that. As the euro price is so close to €6, I'm going to put it down to $5.99 and put them in the rest of the year. You don't have to do this. I don't know if it's going to sell much in Italy. And maybe put a 99 at the end of the Japanese yen price, but it really doesn't matter. The point is just always make sure you're getting between $1 and $2 royalty. Don't put it down less than $1 or €1 or one pound even. In fact, you know, a book like this could be sold if it becomes successful. I might put it up to $8.99, but we'll see. But that is it. All you've got to do now is publish your paperback book, and then in a few hours, as long as there isn't an issue with the title, then it will be on sale on Amazon in America, Europe, Japan, and every time someone buys this book, it will get printed and delivered to them, and you will receive your royalty. My name's Rob Coven. I'll see you in another video.